welcome back. We are in the North Conway studio. Chris Prue with my brothers and sisters from outside the Get Outside Tour, which is going to be making a stop in Pinkham Notch at Seek the Peak Hike-a-thon. I'm so thrilled to have you guys here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. We're thrilled to be here.
We've got Alex Etzel and Jamin Martin. You guys are with the Get Outside Tour. We're going to talk about Seek the Peak in just a bit, but first of all, let's tell people what the Get Outside Tour is all about. As I understand, your mission is to spread the stoke.
So yes, spread the stoke is exactly correct. We've got a big mission, which is just to inspire people to get outside and educate people. So we are traveling the United States, all over the United States in a van. We've got 2 teams on the road this year. And some of the events that we do are gear and skill clinics, gear giveaways, guided tours. What else do we do?
We have iconic speakers that come out. So some of these events, so they'll be like kind of guest speakers for some of these. And then we also have like a massive gear giveaway for this tour that's part of like at the end of our tour. And then it's just a lot of fun. We're just out there spreading the stoke, like you said.
Yeah, and this is just one of the arms of the Outside brand that is really making the outdoors accessible. I think that's the main mission of Outside, is to we talked about spreading the stoke. There's actually a great article, I think, in this month's issue of Outside Magazine about the science of that and how it's real and how nature heals the mind, and what stoke is. It's not just metaphysical, it's physical. So getting outside, enjoying nature, and you guys are part of that and helping get people outside. Seek the Peak, what are you guys going to be doing there? Describe Seek the Peak and the experience people are going to have at the base of Mount Washington.
So I'm sure everybody knows Seek the Peak is a fundraiser for the Mount Washington Weather Observatory, and we're going to hike, we're going to celebrate, we're going to give away gear, we're going to do fundraisers. It's going to be awesome.
And you can come by our booth too, so we'll have like knowledge on like gear and skills clinics, and then we'll also be able to tell you about like some of our future events too, and it's kind of a special event because both crews will be there.
Yeah.
And usually we're just like kind of all over the place, so it's kind of very special for us.
Yeah.
And at our booth, you can get tons of freebies. You can get like hooked up with electrolytes. We can size you for packs.
Ooh.
And then we're going to be doing a really big gear giveaway at the end of Seek the Peak. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give away like Gregory backpacks, LifeStraw water filters, Rumple blankets, all sorts of things for your next adventure. And it's great because we partner with 12 brands with the same mission in mind, and they get to give us cool stuff, and we get to talk about them, and it's just this like win-win-win situation.
Very awesome. And the event itself is kind of like a festival atmosphere. It's a fundraiser for the observatory, as you mentioned, and people can hike Mount Washington. I think really the hike is really up to you. You can almost do whatever you want. Raise funds for the observatory, which is a nonprofit organization doing very important work. As we've seen, weather data is more relevant than ever with all the kind of flooding that you guys just drove through in Vermont.
Yeah.
So very important. But once the day is kind of done, you're done your hiking, you make it back to the base of Mount Washington. It's kind of like a festival down there.
It's awesome. So that's part of like what hits home is like there's all sorts of different hikes you can do for the hike-a-thon, and it brings this just like inclusivity and community. So it doesn't matter what level you're at, skill level, what background you have, and you can come to learn more, you can come to meet people. And then the festival itself, there's tons of different brands. Our brand partner, Cuddy Stark Whiskey, is going to be there.
Really?
It's always really fun when they're hanging around.
Yep.
And then just giving away gear is like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, and you guys, so you do it in multiple ways. You're going to be at the Seek the Peak Festival Saturday, July 15th.
Exactly.
Right? You also do things like pint nights. I know you're at Tuckerman Brewery on the 14th. So what are those like? You're just out meeting the fans and spreading the stoke?
Yeah, just hanging out. And,
So for that one, we usually do like a raffle for like pint nights. I know you said this is going to be aired on Saturday, but it's going to be on Friday. We just basically sit around, have a good time, and then we also raise money, and that money also gets donated to the observatory. So it's kind of like double dipping. They get money from both angles.
we don't keep a penny. And we give away more at the brewery as well.
Yeah.
But the big giveaway is definitely going to be at Seek the Peak.
And when the Get Outside Tour is at your event, because you guys have this awesome rig. Tell me about this rig.
So Van Duo hooked us up with some pretty awesome vans. It's pretty much like a mobile glamping unit. We have a bed in there. It's got a lot of setups to have us basically boondock somewhere. We have
Sync, sound system,
They
it's
even
like a little party
put
van.
a four-wheel, they did an aftermarket four-wheel drive system on there. They lifted the van, put off-road tires on that. We have like a winch system in the front. We even pull a trailer behind it. It's a beast.
Yes.
But it's very luxurious.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about outside. What outside has become, my analogy is it's like the Swiss Army knife of the outdoors. So you have all these tools at your disposal now. You have obviously the flagship Outside magazine, where you can find online at outsideonline.com. You've got Outside Watch, which is the world's greatest movies and shows and live events, all at your fingertips. This station, Outside White Mountains, is part of the Outside Watch affiliate network. But we also have now, we're partnered with GPS
Gaia
apps.
GPS, yeah.
Trail Forks, Gaia GPS, Pink Bike. It's literally 30 brands. And then the Get Outside tour actually is holding like a promo. So it's 60% off the first year. So that actually helps you kind of dive deep into kind of getting inspiration, getting outside. And you can take advantage of all, like what you were saying, like the watching stuff like that.
So. It's definitely become like a year-round thing with Ski Magazine and Backpacker Magazine. And though this, for now, just runs through the summer, there's the Warren Miller Film Tour in the winter.
Warren Miller Film Fest, yep.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And so you guys have a discount on the Outside Plus membership?
We do. We got a QR code slapped on the van that you can scan, and we got another couple QR codes. We've got ones for discount on Smart Wool and other Woolmark things, and then we've got one just for different nonprofits that you can give back to.
Yeah, we partnered with, I think it's 10 plus more organizations where you can choose to donate money to, and that's kind of like our way of kind of spreading the Get Outside mentality, just to kind of help those organizations help others get outside too.
Give back,
Fantastic. One membership, access to all of these things with the Outside Plus. You can watch films on demand. One of the features that I love is I started using Gaia GPS on my hikes and finding bushwhack trails that aren't even on other apps. And with the Outside Plus, I can download all the maps offline, so I don't have to worry about being in cell service range when I'm looking for a map. It's already there on my phone. So
I love the planning your own route features on it too.
And of course, if you've seen some of the great mountain bike trails featured here on this TV station, you can definitely find them on Trail Forks app, because they're all right there. It'll guide you to the trailhead, give you all the information you need about how hot the trail is. A lot of people have been riding it, photos from recent trips and things like that. So a lot of fun. So the Get Outside tour, you guys are at Seek the Peak on July 15th. Where are your next stops after that?
So we mentioned that there's 2 teams on the road this year. So me, Alex, and Jamin, and then Alina and Lyle. And our next stop is going to be in Spartanburg, South Carolina, with a mom and pop gear shop called The Local Hiker. And so we're going to be teaching a gear and skills clinic for everywhere from beginner backpacking, and we put some more advanced stuff in there as well, so everybody can take something away from it. We're going to give away more gear there, of course. We're always getting boxes shipped of more stuff to give away. And then Alina and Lyle?
Alina and Lyle are actually going to New York to Share Winter. It's a nonprofit organization that helps kids get outside that may not have the opportunity to do so without this organization, just because sometimes it's a little bit harder to do it in a major city. So that should be a lot of fun for them too as well.
All right, and we've been looking at some video during this interview from our sister station out in Summit County, Colorado, because I know they had a chance to experience the stoke that the Get Outside tour spreads. And I believe it was the GoPro games earlier this year.
So Alina and Lyle were at GoPro games. They had a blast.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us today in North Conway, New Hampshire on your tour through America. Did we miss anything? Anything you want to add?
You can find us on socials. So we have Facebook and Instagram account. It's the Get Outside tour. And then we have the Instagram, which is Outside. And then Alina actually has her own Instagram. She has pretty good art. She's kind of touring the country and sharing her love for art as well. And you can find her at Abstract Hikes too.
Very inspiring, Get outdoor.
Awesome. And you guys have hiked the Appalachian Trail and Pacific Crest Trails, and so you have trail names, right? So Alex Etzel, a.k.a. Wildcat, and Jim and Martin, a.k.a.
Gourmet.
All right.
So we're PCT, Alina and Lyle are AT, but we've got all bases covered. So if anybody has questions, at Seek the Peak, come pick our brains.
All right, and get some cool swag while you're there.
We got lots to give out, so please come and take it.
Don't forget to get that Outside Plus subscription.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
All right, you are watching Outside.